we are the Gupta family, and we basically were looking for buying a house for all of us. So when we zeroed in on Shilp Shaligram, at that time, uh, we kind of stretched ourselves quite a bit to the bone to purchase this house. So for the interiors, we actually didn't really have too much of a budget. So
I was actually looking for the designs on Instagram, and I just clicked on her account. So then
Simi, this
also
is
it's
Simi of
actually
Samay Innovation.
Samay innovation. So I just was actually looking for the designs, and I just pressed on the light and all. So she approached me. She said, if you want to come and meet me once, you can at least come and visit us once. So that's the way I actually came in contact with her. And I told her that we are not looking for an interior designer at all, because we are looking for a basic interiors for our house. But then she was actually listened to our needs properly, and she's actually very sweet.
Basically, when we were looking, as I said, we didn't really have too much of a budget. But then, and when we met Simi and Samay Innovation, we felt that it was slightly on the higher end. That's what we felt. But we said, okay, let's have a meeting nonetheless. So in the meeting, basically, I think we what we saw was that they were able to understand our requirement, and there was a syncing of the thought process. They were able to understand where we were coming from and all that stuff. So we said, okay, let's go ahead, and we paid a small token amount to see, how they can take this forward. And then, by, the amount that we paid was nothing, but against that, what we got was a fairly detailed report. It was very detailed with the designs, with what the ideas are going to be. It was customized. They had a team of people who visited our house, took measurements and all that stuff. I think two visits were done by them, and then they submitted with the entire estimate, what material will be used, what are the alternatives for that. So they gave us a couple of options that this is the kind of cost that you can look at. That was very impressive. That we felt was very good. So what we felt was that Samay Innovation may be a high-end kind of designing firm, but I think they meet the needs of many segments, irrespective of the budget. What we felt was that the kind of approach they had towards us was equivalent to what one will have for projects with a much higher outlay. So we also wanted to actually engage different contractors, for painting different electrical plumbing work and all that. And then, they gave us an estimate which was quite attractive, and it was like on a turnkey basis, everything end to end. So that also actually kind of we liked a lot on
About
us.
her.
So then we went ahead and placed the order, and the entire engagement was actually quite good, in the sense कि Simi herself was involved in every single stage of execution. Uh, she and her team actually gave us ideas which we felt were creative, innovative. Within the limited budget, I think, for example, we were very particular about a few things, like the kitchen has to be modular. It has to be really high end, because that is where most of the women of the house spend most of their time. So we wanted them to be comfortable there.
And wardrobes and kitchen, I was quite particular about the designs, that I need these are the requirements. So she fulfilled all the requirements, and actually we are very very happy with the work she has done. And even she finished the work in the time span we actually were looking for.
So we
It was
really had
quite
a limited
short
time frame.
span which we wanted to get.
Because
the
we
work
had sold our
finished.
apartment, we had to move here. There was a deadline there was a date fixed for the puja, and for shifting, etc.
So Diwali was there, but then also she managed it very well, and she did the work completely.
Attention to detail was there. What we saw was attention to detail, timeliness in completion. As I said, I think they came across as a team that is very hardworking and sincere.
Yes.
It was reflecting on their work actually, the kind of
Rajesh,
effort.
he used to come and visit on and off to see the work done.
The way they handled
He's
labors,
very hardworking.
whatever requests. So I was not so much involved actually, but in the sense overall yes. But Deepthi was kind of
Completely in touch
fully
with-
involved
Yes.
in that. So I think whatever she came up with requests, There were changes also that we made. After they had already done some work, still we went ahead and made some changes. They accommodated that at no additional cost. So at the end, we wanted it to be cleaned. As she said, the Diwali holidays were there. All workers are not there at that time. At that time, Samay Innovation made sure that the workers come. We had our puja just 2 days after Diwali.
2 days after Diwali.
2 days after Diwali.
And she was on her holiday, but she managed to get the workers and get the house cleaned properly. She took the video so that at least our puja can be done easily.
Comfortably.
So
overall, yeah, it was very good.
Even her term actually is very good, very compatible.
I mean, time and cost overruns are quite common in this kind of project, but we are very happy to say that there were neither time overrun was not there at all. Some we overshot the budget by a bit. That's because we chose to do a few things that were not earlier envisaged. So that way, we are actually quite happy, and we would like to thank Samay Innovation and Simi in particular.
Simi, of course, for it.
We already recommended. I mean, basically, since we are one of the early entrants into this society, we had people coming, those who are getting their work done. So we have shared Samay Innovation's details. And I think almost everybody, not many people, I think 2 or 3 people came and saw the house who wanted to get the work done in Shilp Shaligram itself. And I think everybody liked the kitchen quite a bit. The entire design, the material used.
Kitchen and the vanity especially.
The vanity, so that was something that was liked in particular by everybody. We didn't really get too much work done otherwise, but these were things that were liked.
Basically, we wanted a simple, elegant work, and actually, it is absolutely to our taste.